Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Before we do anything, whether it is worldly activities or religious activities or spiritual activities, in and through all these activities, we have to remain 100% integrated for that particular job that we are supposed to play. If it is the worldly activity, we cannot afford not to know what we are at a given time in a particular place. We cannot afford. So, suppose we are doing some job in the kitchen. So that time we must be only able to focus on what we are supposed to do. If we fail, then we are not living in meditation. Similarly, if we are doing our religious or puja poti, there also we have to remain 100% integrated, and that time we are none other than what we are supposed to do. Then we come to our spiritual activities. Spiritual activities include first, satsanga, second, the ability to learn from every single experience throughout 24 hours of the day. These two things. Satsanga is when we are, as now, we are sitting and contemplating. That time we have to be only satsangi and nothing else. So, if we remain aware of that, then running the mind here and there, or sleeping, or searching something, where I kept, where did I keep my key? See? All those things will not happen. Now, we are sitting. Now, what are the inner adjustments we have to do so that we can proceed 100% in the right direction? First, we have to be cheerful and happy whenever we undertake anything in life. Cheerful and happy does not mean excited. Cheerful and happy means we are inspired. We can remain inspired if we are seeking something higher in life. If it is the same routine, then we cannot remain inspired. We become mechanical. Like when you are chanting the same chapter of Bhagavad Gita. After some time, you know what is the next shloka coming. Then inspiration goes because you are not getting something new to learn from. And therefore you will see those who are mechanically chanting, they do the chanting perfectly well, but their mind is not in chanting. So they will be doing and telling Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra. That mechanical lifestyle is samsar. Therefore, when we are now sitting, it is the highest and the most valuable and important time of our day. What will you do? Okay, most important, valuable time of our sleep. Very good, sleep. So we are inspired, cheerful, happy. These are the psychological adjustments we have to do. Second thing, many a times the seekers have an element of fear introduced in their mind. And fear comes only through imagination. Uncontrolled imagination leads to fear. So now you are sitting for meditation, the fear. Suppose I get out of the body and then I forget how to enter the body, what will happen? To whom? Fear. Or else, this is happening only because we are collecting all garbage. We see some video somewhere that you sit for meditation and astral body goes out and then forgot kahan se ghusu. Or the levitation. You are sitting and doing meditation and slowly, slowly you start levitating. And then the doubt comes. Now, suppose I get levitating, what will happen? These fears are removed by installation of the beloved Lord and to whom you trust, what we call Guru. So we think of them, they are in our heart. We are not alone. And what they do? God protects us from ourselves. And the Guru guides us from within. You don't have to ask anybody. If you are calm and quiet, you get the solution. Then third adjustment, we have to consciously insist that at this moment, we have to drop our total past. We should be as new, clean, uncontaminated as a day-old chick. It had just hatched out of the egg. No past. That is achieved by doing this bhavana. At this moment, I am Mr. Nobody. Somebody is a mule carrying the burden of total past. Nobody is fresh. No past. So we insist, at this moment I am nobody. As a result, what happens? Mind does not have any reference point to think. When we look into the infinite sky, cloud-free blue sky, in the evening time or early morning, and there is somewhere one crescent, very thin, second day, Dvitiya, and somebody can see, but I can't see where it is. It is there. I don't see anywhere. Because there is no point or reference to focus. Space is infinite. There, So the one who shows he is clearly seeing and we can't see. Then what he will do, this is called Shakha Chandra Nyaya. Then the person will tell us, look here, can you see the tree? I am not blind. Reactions begin. Then see the right branch. Yes. At the end of the right branch, there are so many leaves, and 2 leaves have come out as if like the ears of a hare, rabbit. Can you see that? I can see that. A reference point is there. Then go through that. How can I go through that? What is meant? Focus yourself, dropping everything else, and look through those 2 leaves. And then, now what are you thinking? Yes, I saw the crescent. So what we have to learn, mind cannot think without reference. And all the references are our past. Now, a person who is not influenced by the past will never be worried about the future. A person who is too much influenced by the past, he will be always worried about the future. Such people are suspicious, doubtful, confused. And therefore, to get rid of these problems associated with our mind, the great teachers tell us that take a position, you are nobody. So this technique we have seen. For a few moments, become somebody, mother, father, husband, wife, brother, whatever. Become somebody and remain quiet. You cannot remain quiet. Thoughts will be pertaining to that reference. Now, next experiment. Remain as nobody and think. Because there is no reference, we cannot think. When I tell you, become husband or wife and think, the impact of this statement on you and me is different. You being husband and wife, you will be thinking something about the wife and husband. Although I hear this, become husband and wife. Come on, I am not both. How can I think? Therefore, consciously, we have to be nobody. When we are nobody, we will not bring our past memories of meditation. Otherwise, in that camp we have learned meditation. Gone. You are not in the present. Then many of us have this notion or this habit, what we will do after meditation. So after meditation is over, immediately we'll take breakfast and then I have to pack my bag. And then where should I keep the soap? Should I keep it inside the bag? But if it gets spoiled. So sitting quietly and packing the bag. Therefore, do not decide anything what you will do after your meditation is over. Now see the impact, what will happen if it is taken with letter and spirit. The past is not there, the future is not allowed to be born. Therefore, effortlessly we are in the present. As a result, like the ice cube dissolving in the water, our mind starts dissolving in the consciousness. Because mind survives on the diet of past and future and some chutney, the present. So these three areas we have to block. So when we are nobody, past gone, when we don't plan what we will do after meditation, future gone, and in the present, do not compare or complain. But be convinced. When the mind is still, the triputi of knower known knowledge starts dissolving. Initially, it will look to be impossible. But don't give up. So what the mind will do, it will start talking. And therefore, our mind is now reacting because it is approaching its own death. When the mind dies, it is consciousness. So, after having reached to this stage, then consciously, firmly, do not talk to yourself. Not talking to oneself means thought eruption is reduced. Thoughts cannot manifest without words. Like we don't come out of the bathroom without putting on clothes. In the same manner, thoughts don't come out of the mind without putting the clothes of words. This is one aspect. Don't talk to yourself. Here, one danger. We don't talk, then we snore. Because this is our training. Little bit quietness, go to sleep. These old habits of gossiping, talking unnecessarily, when there is nobody to gossip and talk, then we start talking with ourselves. And what we talk? Either our own memories or future worries. Net result, we complain. Therefore, if we practice this, do not talk to yourself. Now, to make it still firm, we may be able to stop sounds, words being produced by us. But what about the external source of words or sounds? Then listen to silence. So, two things together. Do not talk to yourself and listen to silence. And don't imagine it will happen by click of a mouse. The time required for getting to the right point depends on how is our day-to-day life. Our condition is like there is a nyaya where it is said, Devadattaha divana bhungte api pivara. Devadatta doesn't take food whole day, and yet he is fat. What is the reason? Because he eats at night in the same manner. Whole day we are unnecessarily involved in the worldly things, and then we sit for meditation. It is the same mind which was operating outside and which is operating within, not separate, sacred mind. So when there is a need, do talk. That time we are dumb. When there is no need, then we start talking. Because no control. Therefore, we are telling we have to live in meditation. Living in meditation, a simple rule is, so about inside I told you, do not talk to yourself and listen to silence. Listening to silence means not reacting to any sounds. We have no control on external sources of shouts. And if we do not have control over ourselves, that we don't talk to ourselves, who can help us? So, our control has to be on us, not the world. So, we do not talk to ourselves and remain indifferent to all the noise that is around. This becomes possible if, when we are conducting our day-to-day activities, that time we talk to others. So there also we have to consciously effect control. Before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I tell you, 99% cases, we will reply ourselves. There is no need to talk. Because of what we talk. Suppose somebody says, see, I was in the that Bangalore retreat. There we had Mandukya Karika, and it was so deep and so nice. The other who is listening, he will keep quiet. We heard Mandukya Karika from Swamiji only many years before. Who asked you? See, friends, when few people are talking something, we don't keep quiet. We have to poke our nose. See, friends, these are habits. We have to break them. So when we are conducting business in the world, talking to people, that time keep this tool all the time. Before we make any statement, talk, evaluate, suggest, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I guarantee you, in more than 99% cases, you will reply to yourself, no need. But when there is a need, do talk, nothing wrong. See? So, mind is extrovert when it starts reacting. Mind is controlled when it starts responding. Reactions are default. You must have seen many of us have got this habit. They have to make a comment, something or the other. When there is a need to talk, they will not talk. When there is no need, then they will talk. See, these are all habits. This is what I call default settings. Like, we work by our body and we work on our body. Working by our body is to continue to earn bread and butter, etc. That is a part of our job. The role that we have to play working by the body. We also work on the body. We do exercise, we go for a walk. So when we do exercise, go for a walk, are we earning anything out of it? Why we do it? To keep the body healthy. Now watch or look within yourself. What we have done to keep our mind healthy. So we have to learn. Working by the mind means what? Working on the mind means what? Like working by the body, we understand. And working on the body also we understand. So when we work on the body, we don't earn anything. But when we work by the body, we earn something. So when we are working by the mind and working on the mind means what? So working by the mind is helplessness of old habits. I should not say, but that means we are aware, we know. I should not say. But the old habit doesn't help us to keep quiet. And we say, this is default settings. We have to poke our nose, we have to make comment, we have to give suggestion, we have to evaluate, we have to relate, we have to project. These are our habits. And habits die hard. Remove the H, a bit remains. Remove the A, bit remains. Remove the B, it remains. Remove the I, the habit of T remains. We have to break it. There was one lady when I was in US, she used to bring food for me. And her husband also used to come. But she will never talk anything. Give food. And when somebody doesn't talk, I like. So I never ask anything. Khana, forget about. One day I did a mistake. I asked. I said, Mama, you don't talk. She didn't respond. Her husband told Swamiji, her guru has told her to keep silent, not to talk. Oh, I am so sorry. Continue. Next time she came, she asked, Swamiji, what is the type of food you like? I was surprised. How come you started talking? No. And thereafter, it was impossible to plug her mouth. Then, after that, suffering, then she asked me, Swamiji, now I told you everything about me, my sadhana, my guru told me. Now you tell me what I should add. So the sadhana becomes more powerful. Like, the steel and the concrete makes firm. What I should add. So I said, first of all, convey my Sahtanga Dandavat to your Guru Maharaj. He must be a great Mahatma. He said, yes, Maharaj. Now, I can only suggest. What he told you, he told, keep quiet as long as you can. So, I keep some time, one day, sometime 1 week, sometimes few months. Very good. Now, keep your mouth shut throughout life. The Guru must have been disgusted to have that fellow around. We can't keep quiet. Therefore, before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question. Who asked you? You know where I learned this mantra? All these mantras, they are given to me by great Mahatmas. Who asked you? This mantra I got in Badrinath. It is not just like that. But our understanding, the mantra means it should be in Sanskrit, which we don't understand. So morning 4 o'clock, we had darshan of Bhagwan Datta, the Badrinath, and that Amma used to chant one chapter of Bhagavad Mahapuran. She had the whole Bhagavad Mahapuran contest. Must be old lady, 70, 75. And I used to go after that, sit with her, have tea, coffee, something like that. So one day I went and I was lying in her lap. I was very young that time. Lying in her lap, and I said, Mama, I have decided no more lectures. Enough is enough. So she started laughing. Why are you laughing? He said, when you cut a joke, we are supposed to laugh, is it not? He said, what joke is here? He said, the joke is, you are telling, I don't want to give lectures anymore. Did Narayana ask you? No. Whose question you are answering? Did I ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No. So who asked you? See, friends, how much deep is this message? We keep on talking about the past, either ours or some. We don't have to get lost in that. By this abhyas, this is working default by the mind, should be curtailed. Now, how to curtail is by this mantra. Who asked you? So, external gossips will come to a lower level. To that extent, mind will remain calm and quiet. So, the default settings, the habitual lifestyle has to be controlled. So, working on the mind is controlling the habitual lifestyle. And when there is a necessity, that time to talk. So, working by the mind will be what? When there is a necessity to talk, interact, everything. Working on the mind, when there is no need, keep mouth shut. In two places. When we are with ourselves, don't talk to yourself. And to substantiate it, in addition, listen to silence. So slowly, slowly, we will be weaned away from the sounds. And the sounds, when they are weaned away, they go back to the mind. But this will not happen just like that. Because old habits die hard. And therefore, our Mahatmas have given us chant the Lord's name. Now the Lord's name is chanted not with any sankalpa. Like when you do any puja, pothi or any anushthan, you have to take a sankalpa. See? Like we have done there in that Devi and Panchamukhi Hanuman puja, pran pratishtha. You must have seen Maharaj Ji has taken sankalpa. Mamo pata samasta durita kshay dvara, all the long, we don't understand, but he did it. Because there, I is born. We have to get rid of this I. Any karma, before doing that karma, if sankalpa is not taken, it is null and void. It is something like that. You want to have agreement on something. So, it is print out and give. Hey, I don't accept. Why? It is not authenticated and notarized. Documents are different than the printed papers. Actions without authentication and notarization, I am doing. It is not a karma. Therefore, when you chant the Lord's name, you don't have to take any sankalpa. And therefore, there are no rules and regulations. Any place, anywhere, any condition, you can chant Lord's name. That is the reason why Shivji tells Parvati, Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame. That is the reason. And when we thus chant Lord's name, to that extent, it is chanting the Lord's name is like what? If the cloth is dirty, what we do? We apply soap. What is soap? That is also a dirt. Because what is a dirt? Other than the cloth, whatever is a dirt. Now, whether it is a dirt or it is a soap, both are dirt. But the first dirt is removed by the second dirt. The soap removes the dirt. Thereafter, will we do like this thing? See, I spent a lot of money to get this soap. Therefore, if dirt is removed, I will not wash the soap. No, we have to remove that also because it is a dirt. Exactly. Worldly, unwanted thoughts are to be removed. And therefore, it is a detergent of Ramanam. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. By this, the dirt will be slowly removed. The talking to yourself, unnecessarily talking to others. That is what I told you when I travel. This is one of the biggest problem for me. The moment they see, they start asking, Swamiji, I have got a question. So I take out my AK-47 and tell them, my Guru told me, whenever you travel, you should chant Lord's name. You should not talk anything till your journey is over. Therefore, I will not talk. I am so sorry. No need. See? Now, when we thus keep on chanting Lord's name continuously, the dirt of the worldly thoughts will be removed from the mind. And thereafter, this chanting will also halt. And therefore, the thought frequency, which is normally 1 million thoughts per microsecond, will be reduced. And in due time, we will get the knack. Like initially, when we learn driving, we struggle. But once we become expert, then we are answering the phone, talking to somebody, shouting, singing, and listening to song. Everything is going on, and it by default happens. Exactly the same way. Then this technique is conquered, then we will be able to remain calm and quiet. So, we are cheerful and happy. Our Guru and God is in our heart. God protects us, Guru guides us. We are nobody. We have no plans what we will do after meditation. Therefore, we are in utter present. Now we start working on the mind. First working, chant the Lord's name. This chanting is like to remove the wrinkles from the cloth. We sprinkle little water so that the wrinkles become soft. First of all, chant loudly, maybe 2-3 malas. So the congestion of thoughts and the hardness of the thoughts be slowly softened. Thereafter, start listening to silence. Reduce talking to yourself. All the thoughts in due time dissolve. Like the waves come not from outside. All waves are dormant, unmanifest in the ocean. In the same manner, thoughts don't come from outside. They are dormant, unmanifest in the mind. The waves come on the ocean because of the impact of the external winds. The thoughts come on the surface of the mind because of the impact of the world around in the form of desires. When the winds are quiet, ocean will be quiet. No waves. When no desires, no thoughts. Do not talk to yourself. Listen to silence. Because we are not talking, and reacting to external sounds, here what is happening is hearing is happening, but hearer is not born. So our mind is now slowly attaining a status like that of a mirror. Mirror reflects everything, reacts to nothing. So this quality of our mind now is like a mirror. It is not a sleeping mind. Sleeping mind doesn't know anything. We are extremists, either constantly agitated mind or sleepy mind. No, we are alert, aware, and quiet. These three qualities, quiet, alert, and vigilant. Why alert? So that the mind doesn't go to sleep. And why vigilant? Because the mind doesn't make any impressions on the mind. Let there be any object, sounds, words, do not make an impression on the mind. This is called quiet mind. It is very much aware of everything that is happening. None of them are creating any impressions on the mind like the mirror. to yourself. So undoing and unbecoming. Not doing meditation and not becoming meditator. ध्यातृ ध्याने परित्यज्य हेयमेवावशिष्यते. Now do this bhavana that you are other than the body. If you are following me word by word, your body's weight has increased on the base. Your limbs are as if dead because when we don't talk and listen to silence, mind has given up the reference of the body shape. And the burden the mind was carrying by holding to the shape of the body is relieved. Therefore, the mind has become lighter and the body has become heavier. So this experience is something like sleepless sleep. In sleep, our mind drops the body. Now also, the mind has dropped the body. Then what happened to the mind? The individual mind now merges in the total mind. Total mind is Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetanetya Vidhiyate Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Individual is the mind and total is the Chetana. Chetana is common. Individual minds are different. Here we have reached Rajarajeshwari Ma. Our body, its shape, other bodies in this hall, everything has become hazy and non-distinct. All differences disappear. Homogeneous, unbroken, beginningless, endless, being is the ultimate experience. In the ultimate experience, there is no experiencer. Because there is no experiencer, there is neither success nor failure. Success, failure are in the relative world. This utter awareness Do not try to see something. These are the tricks of the mind which doesn't want to die. Any experience, even the vision of God, coming and going, is a trick of the mind. Firm conviction should be all that comes and goes is not the truth. Anadi doesn't come from anywhere. Avikari doesn't change, modify. Ananta never dies. And therefore never absent. That which doesn't fall in the purview of is and is not is our essential nature. And this is trance mind. Take deep breathing 2-3 times. Move your toes and fingers. Offer everything at the feet of Mother Goddess. Do not carry any memory of this, because it was not a memory. The experience which creates a memory is the trick of mind. I am is not a memory, it is an experience. And it is ever the same. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.